Hi, so it's been suggested to me to do a video about what I eat on an average day. If it was on an average day that I'm not thinking about my diet, this video would last about 3 weeks. No, let's not go there. So an average day, a day when I'm focused, like at the moment, I'm very focused, I'm determined, and I feel great, I feel really good. So every morning, without fail, unless I can't get it, if we're away or something like that and it's not available, I have porridge. I make it with skimmed milk, only because I'm personally trying to lower my fat intake, because for some reason I have loads of fat. Don't know why, but anyway. So, porridge made with skimmed milk every morning. I prepare it the night before. Not for any, I have done the overnight oats thing where you eat it cold and it's delicious, but it's not for that. It's just to save a few minutes in the morning. I don't know why, because I don't actually do anything in the morning. But it absorbs the milk, and to me it just tastes a little bit better, I think. Anyway, so yeah, porridge with a mixture of fruit, usually berries, grapes, kiwi, usually a little fruit, which is just easier to, raspberries, strawberries, grapes, like I've said, a different selection. And a very small sprinkling of mixed nuts and seeds, very small sprinkling, because again, they're very good for you, good healthy fat and a bit of protein too, but they're very, very high in fat and calories, so you don't need many nuts to reach your quota, if you like. So that's my breakfast every morning. Then I have possibly I have a snack before lunch. That can be anything really, a bit more fruit, or maybe a couple of slices of toast with a very thin scraping of marmalade, because I like my sweet stuff, and that's not the end of the world. It's fine. Again, I don't pile it on. My fella puts about 6 tubs on, and I'm like, can you just calm down with the margarine and the butter? Not the butter, the marmalade. He's off his head. Anyway, but again, he's very fit and healthy. He's very active, so it seems to work for him. But I wouldn't suggest it because there's a lot of sugar. Anyway, so then lunch. I have my main meal at lunchtime usually, because I work evenings and I obviously can't be sitting at work with a roast dinner. So I have something like chicken or turkey or fish or any kind of meat. There's a big thing about saturated fat in red meat, and yes, it's very true. But as long as you're not eating it every single day in a big ton, as long as you're not having a mixed grill every day, I wish, you're fine. We do need a little bit of saturated fat, but not as much as we usually tend to have. And again, it's a natural product. It's a natural fat, so it's still, in my opinion, a good fat. But again, we have to be careful. We can't have loads. Fat is still fat. When it comes to weight management, fat is still fat. It doesn't matter where it comes from. Health-wise, it's a different story altogether. But anyway, so I will have, say, like for instance, today I'm having chicken and a mixture of vegetables. Anything. Today's probably going to be carrots, leek, broccoli, possibly a couple of mushrooms because they need eating, and a glass of juice. Very, very thinly, very heavily diluted juice. And then I will get ready for work. I will go to work, and while I'm at work I will have today, what am I having? A turkey sandwich. Now I know I've already had chicken, but I'm not one of these people, I've had chicken, I can't have chicken today because I had chicken yesterday, or I've had chicken for my dinner, I can't have it for me. You know what I mean? I couldn't care less. It's still good protein, still healthy food, it's still tasty. So yes, I don't butter it. 2 slices of wholemeal bread, a couple of slices of turkey, and a handful of cherry tomatoes. I eat that before I start work. Then I start work at 5 o'clock until 9 o'clock, and somewhere in between there I might have a banana or an apple. And then I cycle back home, and when I get home at 9:30, before I go to bed, I'll have a bowl of a mixture of fruit again with some low-fat Greek yogurt. So that's generally my day. Now, I am a diabetic, a type 1 diabetic, and I will sometimes, my sugar will drop. It's not as easy as it ought to be to keep it balanced. I can do the exact same thing 2 days in a row, same amount of insulin, same amount of exercise. One day my sugars will be perfect, one day my sugars will be up 1 minute, down the next, another day it'll be completely different. It's so many weird and unusual things affect my blood sugar, so I have to watch it constantly. I check my sugar all the time, several times a day, and it's just a daily effort to keep it under control, but I do my best because I won't allow it to beat me, ever. So yes, so that's my day really. That's what I was going to say. So if my sugar drops, I'll have to have something that I wouldn't have necessarily planned. You see, glucose tablets are very good, but they're an emergency measure, so it's glucose tablets, but then I will have to eat as soon as possible afterwards. So I do sometimes tend to rely on chocolate or biscuits, which aren't great, but again, it's just one of those things, and I can't really do much about it. I could eat better things, but again, it's getting your head into it, and I think so much about other things that sometimes I don't always think to get better sources of quick acting sugar that's an actual food rather than just sugar. I have been also known, this morning my sugar seems to be low for no reason whatsoever, so I have actually been eating a couple of tablespoonfuls of sugar straight out of the canister, because that's sexy. But that's the joys of being a diabetic sometimes, especially a diabetic who gets lots of exercise and is actually trying to watch the diet and reduce the calories a little bit. So yes, that's my day. That's my average day. Again, at the moment, I'm trying to lose a few pounds. I'm trying to average about 1,500 calories. That's completely dependent on how big you are, how active you are, all that stuff. And also it takes into account my exercise. So if I work off 300 calories worth of exercise, that leaves me with 1,800 calories basically. So as long as I'm in a deficit, as long as I'm eating less calories than I'm expending, that I'm using to move around, I'll lose weight. That's how it works. It's really easy. It's a very simple equation. If you exercise and burn off 1,500 calories, I'm talking about just daily life as well, just moving about. I don't just mean working out at the gym, because that's a heck of a lot of calories to burn off. And if you also eat 1,500 calories, your weight will stay the same. If you burn off 1,500 calories and eat 2,000 calories, you'll put weight on. And if you burn off 1,500 calories and eat 1,000 calories, you'll lose weight. Those are just rough numbers out of the sky. I would never suggest to anybody eat 1,000 calories. Maybe as a couple of days is fine, but certainly not regularly. Don't do it. It's not healthy. I'm sorry. I don't care who you are, how big you are, how small you are. 1,000 calories is a ridiculously small amount. That's crash dieting. It's not good for you. But that's a whole other subject. So yes, that's my daily. I allow 3 coffees a day, because I used to drink coffee. It didn't keep me awake, or rather it didn't give me any energy. It was just habit. So now I've restricted myself to 3 coffees a day, and I'm trying to drink more water. And I do drink a bit of decaf, which apparently is not as good as you think, because apparently even decaf's got a bit of caffeine in it. I'm like, what? Anyway, so yeah, I like soda water. I don't really like plain water, so I drink quite a bit of soda water. I try to drink juice. I drink plain water while I'm at work. I'm doing my best, and that's all anyone can ever do. So yes, those are my, that's what I eat, usually. Weekends often are a different matter, but again, that's a whole different video. So yes, have a good day, and I will speak to you again soon. Bye bye.